pointed out. What's been maybe one of your biggest surprises since you franchised your company?
The biggest surprise, I write about this in my last book called My Real Estate Story, was during COVID.
Okay.
During COVID, I got very passive. I sold my only corporate location to I sold my only corporate location, and I literally, one of my franchisees, she sold her location, then she came on as the CEO, and I literally, uh, I call it a COVID coma. I started drinking daily.
Mm.
I was just completely disconnected from the business. I was what a lot of extroverts probably were during COVID. We were trying to keep our sanity, and
See, us introverts, we were fine during COVID. Like, all right, I guess I'm going to be in the house. No big deal.
yeah, this is perfect. I love this. And I got very passive in my business. And it wasn't until I got COVID again in May of 2023
Hmm.
that literally I didn't realize that my business was going under. I had built a
Mm.
really impressive real estate portfolio. I love real estate. And it was kind of like that was my retirement. And so I just would take the money and put it back in. I built this beautiful real estate portfolio. What I didn't realize I was doing was I was actually selling it off to keep everything afloat, to keep my lifestyle
Wow.
afloat, to keep Fireside afloat, to keep all the different things afloat. And then literally I woke up in the middle of the night one night with COVID and crazy suicidal thoughts running through my head. Literally, I gave my wife our little handgun safe, and I said, "Honey, I don't even trust
Mm.
myself right now."
Oh
I
gosh.
fired Tammy through text. Through text, I fired my CEO because I realized, like, holy smokes, I'm about to lose everything. I
Mm.
reached out to Molly, who was my accountant slash one of my franchisees in Colorado, and Molly and I began to dig into the books, and I realized, like, wow, I'm in rough shape. And I walked through this several month process with Molly, and I call it my COVID comeback. I literally the blinders were off. I realized what I
Hmm.
was doing.
Hmm.
I repented to the franchisees. This is the one where I
Hmm.
say the franchisee who still won't talk to me. That's
Right.
why, because when
Oh.
I uncovered all these things and I made all these drastic changes, it shook a lot of people. Thankfully, none of my franchisees left, but
Hmm.
it caused a lot of division in the company. And that one franchisee that still won't talk to me, that's the only one I haven't reconciled with. And
Oh.
uh and praise God, we figured all the things out. We figured the books out. I uh and fast forward to that was at that time we had um 12 or 14 locations. And
Okay.
that was May of 23. So then fast forward to today, now 55 locations. Our hearts are knit together as franchisees. And again, like you
Mm.
said, you almost brought tears to my eyes because that is my heart, is to be a transparent, genuine leader who people want to follow. And
Yeah.
man, by me being vulnerable and sharing that instead of
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
cover up my mess that I had made,
Mhm.
God used it and did something really beautiful.
That's
And here we
beautiful.
are
That's
today now.
awesome. Gar, what do you think is the big lesson you learned out of all that?
The big lesson that I've learned is that there's never a point of where you disconnect.
Hmm.
So even today, you know, plug your ears, all my franchisees and everybody. To today, I only work about 20 hours a week. Uh, but the hours that I am working, I'm doing multiple meetings per week with my COO, with my franchise onboarding team, with my franchise discovery director. Like I'm meeting with them twice a week. Once it's business. We are meeting, we're talking business, we're going into our marketing ad spend and our budget and what are we spending and where are we spending it. So I know my numbers. Like I can tell you what it costs to get somebody on the phone to learn about a franchise. I can tell you what it costs to acquire a customer. Um, so we know our numbers down to a T. So that's one of the big things. And I'll
Fantastic.
continue. I'll always know that. And then the other thing is my other meeting that I have with my key leaders is it's a heart connection meeting. It's
Mm.
how are you doing personally? Where are you at financially? What's your goals and dreams, and how can I help you get to them? And that's the big thing I've learned is uh, there's never a point. of where I can totally disconnect unless I've sold a majority ownership of my company.
Right. Wow. Garr, you're doing the right things. You're working on the business. And if I was a franchise owner, these are the things that I would want my CEO to be doing. I
Thank
wouldn't
you.
want you, yeah, I wouldn't want you grinding and working in the business. Look, you have a COO, so you realized, I imagine your COO is, obviously you've empowered this person to run the day-to-day operations. Hopefully the COO is complementary to your strengths. They've got their strength is your weakness.
Yeah, very
And
much. Very organizational. Uh, and, and too, Mark, our CEO, is in his 60s. So he's
mhm,
got, you just naturally get a wisdom about you with time, right? There's just,
sure.
um, and so, yeah, even the way that Mark mentors me, I call him Father Fireside. For the franchisees, I call him Mark the mentor. To me, I call him Father Fireside because he will literally come to me with a proposal or an idea. And the way that he does it is so gentle, like, hey, Garr, it's your business. It's your decision. This is just, just an opinion or just a thought,
Right.
and and it's just, man, to have a mentor like that who's a franchisee and our COO now is just, it's amazing. It's
Well, that's
amazing,
great.
just people.
It sounds like he's embracing your vision. He's honoring your vision, yet you've empowered him to not be afraid to be able to speak up and give his opinion on things.
Yeah, and I think that all comes with the heart of knowing that I don't have it all figured out, and
Hmm.
I love
Good for you.
mentoring, I love coaching. I mean, literally, I'm headed to Funnel Hacking Live in Las Vegas next month. I don't know if you ever heard of ClickFunnels.
Yes, yes.
So so I'm headed there next month. Tony Robbins is going to be one of the speakers. In 2 weeks, I'm headed up to Pennsylvania for a coaching and mentoring program. I'm in two
Hmm.
program. I mean, you know, uh, just that desire to always being coached and what don't I know, what can I learn, I
That's
think
awesome.
that's
And the franchise network is going to benefit from your newfound knowledge and ongoing information. I'm a big fan of Tony, and he always talks about CANI, constant and never ending improvement.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Tony was a big part of uh, kind of my transformation after COVID
Hmm.
when I gave up alcohol for good. It was a Tony Robbins principle that I learned that literally helped me make the decision in like a minute.
Wow, wow, that's awesome, awesome.